You know, some lessons you learn in your journey of life when nobody needs to tell you, but you just grow and realize, okay, I should never forget this. These are the lessons I'll be sharing with you in this video, lessons that I'm learning in my 20s and I'm going to hold like this till my last breath. So if that's something you're interested in, you're welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Wuraola Olalekan, and on this channel, I share practical tips and actionable steps that will help you become a better version of yourself. Relationship is currency. Growing up, I learned to do things myself. I didn't really have friends growing up, so I got used to it into my 20s until I realized that if you really want to go far, you really want to build something substantial, you want to live a successful life, you need to invest intentionally in relationships. You need to nurture relationships. Now, all form of relationships, relationship with your boss, relationship with your colleagues, relationships with your mentors, relationships with everybody in your environment, where you live, where you drive, where you go to work, everywhere. You need to intentionally nurture and invest in relationships because we live in such a small world and people are growing. As you are on a journey to becoming a better version of yourself, every other person is on that same journey and we are all growing. No man is an island. I don't have everything figured out on my own. You don't have everything figured out on our own. But if we come into partnership, relationship, we can make things easier for us. There is something you know that I need, and there's something I know that you need. If we intentionally nurture that relationship, we would save time, save a lot of energy, save a lot of resources trying to figure things out on our own. Relationships are a leverage and it's a currency. Spend wisely. So don't shut the door. Don't shut the door on people no matter what happens. Don't ignore people. Don't think you have everything figured out on your own. Every relationship is a leverage and you need to maximize that leverage by nurturing the relationships intentionally. Start early. Those dreams that you started writing in your journal when you were 13 years old, 14, 15, 16, start implementing. When I was in my teen age, I used to write a lot of my dreams and ideas in my journal and say that when I'm much older, I would start taking steps towards this. No, you guys, start as early as possible because the excuses you are giving now, oh, when I'm more independent, or when I have more money, or when I have this, when I have that, you would always have one excuse or the other to give every single year. Every year older you get, you would have a very valid excuse to not start. So the earlier you start, the better, because on a journey to success, you're going to fail. So the earlier you fail and learn the lessons you need to learn, the better for you. So every dream, every idea you think, I need to have money to implement this. When you are 25, when you are 27, you will still say you need to have money because now you are wiser, you are more informed. So you understand the details and intricacies that is involved into accomplishing this thing. But when you are younger, you are most likely naive. You don't have as much exposure. And that hunger, that thirst, that yearning would set you on the journey to learning while you are doing. It is better that you learn while you are doing than just learning and not doing. Because when you learn while you're doing, you will make mistakes, learn from your mistakes, move on, be in the right circles. It's better you start early. You guys, start early. Everything you want to do, don't wait till you're 25. Don't wait till you leave school. While you're in school, start it. Just start. Start taking a step towards that dream, that goal. Start taking a step towards it. Start taking a step towards it. Start taking a step towards it. I don't want to hear that. I wish I started earlier. Start taking a step towards it, you guys. Okay? You don't need a lot of money to invest. So I used to think that, okay, I'm going to have multiple streams of income when I'm 30, when I'm 25, when I'm 24. I'm going to have multiple streams of income. I'm going to invest in stocks. I'm going to invest in real estate. I'm going to invest in farming. I'm going to invest in this. And I kept pushing it aside to when I'm much older, to when I have a lot of money, to when I'm making the millions and I'm going to invest. That your 10K, that your 5K, you can invest. One of the things I did when I didn't have a lot of money was invest in myself. So my 2K, 5K, 3K here, I would invest in books, invest in resources, invest in knowledge, in developing my mental capacity. So you don't need a lot of money to invest. You don't need hundreds of thousands of naira or dollars to invest. Invest in yourself, invest in relationships, read about investment, get informed, get financial knowledge, and start investing. Start watching your investments grow and compound over time. Whatever it is you want to do, start doing it early. The mistakes you will learn when you start early are not as costly as when you make those mistakes when you are much older, because now the stakes are higher. You are older, responsibilities are piling up. A lot of things are at stake. So just start early, make your mistakes early. Be young, dumb, and broke when you're early, when you're young, okay? Every journey and experience matters. I like to have things figured out. I like to have my life planned, mapped out. I like to have a detailed blueprint. You see, systems, processes, I love it. I want it. I like it. So when things don't go as planned, it sometimes just shut me off. Like, what do you mean? I put time into all this planning, and one variable, one thing that I have no control over comes around and scatters my plan. What do you mean? For the longest, I've let that beat me down. I've let that make me feel like I should have done this better. But one of the things that I'm learning is every experience, every process matters. So even that thing that looks like a mistake, even that relationship that looks like a mistake, if you sit down and reflect, there is something valuable you learned from that relationship in that time that is going to help you in your next phase. Even that job, you feel like you messed it up, there is something you're going to learn. Every experience, every journey matters. So go into life, let your approach be, I'm going to start this. I want it to succeed. I'm going to give it my very best to ensure it succeeds. If it fails, I'm going to learn from it, and I'm not going to let it hold me down. I'm going to move on, go to the next thing, and invest again. I'm going to give myself again, diligently, wholeheartedly. And I'm not going to let it put my back on the ground. Every experience matters. Every journey matters. Even when it seems like it's not a part of the plan or it's not in alignment with what you want to do, it matters. So learn from it and move on. Heal completely from every hurt, every slander, every single thing. Heal. You don't want to be that person that is carrying the hurt, the unforgiveness, the baggage from your past relationships, from your past experiences, and then you look like somebody that you've hated and you've resented. You look like the very thing that you are avoiding when you don't heal. Give your heart to healing. Give your heart to God. Let God heal you completely. Because if you don't, you just end up looking like the very thing that you're running away from. So heal. It's going to be painful. It's going to take time. It's going to be frustrating. But heal. Ensure you heal. Ensure your heart is rid of evil. Ensure your heart is rid of unforgiveness. Anything that's going to weigh you down. Your heart is a powerhouse. So you don't want anything slimy, dragging you, slowing you down. You want your heart to be as pure as a child. One of the things about children is they are naive. They are innocent. That innocence, you don't want to lose it as you grow. You don't want experiences, as much as experiences will teach you. You know how we get hurt, we have terrible experiences, and we let that build a wall around us. You don't need that wall. You do not need that wall. Do you need boundaries? Yes. Those experiences will teach you to set boundaries to protect yourself. But that doesn't mean you should put up a wall against everybody and anybody that looks like your past experience. Have boundaries that protect you, but heal completely from that hurt. Okay? Document your life, document your experiences, document your processes. One of the things that keeps me grounded, because you guys, you won't believe how easy it is to forget the very things that used to keep you grounded. But having journals, being able to document my processes in pictures, in videos, in conversations, in my journals has helped me realign myself with my path when it looks like I have strayed from that path. Things will happen that you don't plan, that you don't expect. You become so used to the new normal that you forget what your life is supposed to be about. When you document your life, when you document your experiences, you document your lessons, you document your accomplishment, your progress, it's like a landmark for you. You don't have to wait till everybody knows you before you start writing your biography. Start writing your biography. Start writing those tough lessons that you can't tell everybody, that is giving you sleepless nights, that's making you cry. Write it. Document it, put your story together. When I do that, it strengthens me because it's like I'm telling myself that this is the least I'll ever be. This phase is just a phase. This is not the entirety of who I am. I see who I am. I am on a journey to becoming the fullness of that person. This phase, this setback, It's just a process. I'm going to document it, and I'm going to tell that story to my children. I'm going to tell that story to the people that are going to listen to me, to the people that are going to hear from me, to the people that are going to take part of the virtue, the resources, the fragrance that I have to deliver to my world, to my generation. I'm going to tell that story. And you don't wait till you get there when you've already forgotten the intricate details of that story to start documenting. Right now, document every single thing as much as you can. Document your life. I'm going to create a video on how you can document your life. So if that is something you're interested in and you have not subscribed, I don't know what you're waiting for. Once again, my name is Wuraola Olalekan, and on this channel, I share practical tips and actionable steps that will help you become a better version of yourself. If that is something you're interested in, hit the subscribe button and smash the notification bell so you'll be notified as soon as a new video comes up. Thank you so much for watching this video to the very end. Bye guys, and I'll see you in my next video.